one of the biggest learnings is before you embark on any emerging new technology and really make it, it will fail and it will be investments down the drain if you have unclean data. So this has to be the number one priority for companies, because in the fear of missing out, a lot of people go and adopt technologies without doing the basics right. So the first is having clean data, and companies and energies to be focused on that. Second is, what is the outcome you want to expect from these emerging technologies? Having a very clear articulation of that. In fact, I had a conversation with many CIOs when cloud was considered emerging technology many years ago, and now people are struggling with getting the ROI on that. So a lot of people do these adoption of newer technologies because the FOMO, fear of missing out, the board is pushing you so that you win the hand, so you go and adopt this. But what is the point of adopting this if there is no ROI? The ROI has to be very clear. So similarly, when I see this mad rush for generative AI, the first thing which I always say is, have you got your data foundation there? So I'll kind of pause there, because that to me is the most important thing. The second important thing is the whole knowledge management of your business, of how your products are, how it is captured. In fact, the biggest use of generative AI is in your knowledge management, so data cleansing, data foundation, knowledge management. If you got these things right, then you can build a very solid foundation for generative AI on top of it. And by the time things would have become more cheaper, because generative AI would have moved from GPUs to CPUs. There is already a lot of work going on that front to reduce the cost. The cost of LLMs will have come down. The technology cost will be much cheaper to execute also. And by the time you would have got your act together also. So that is a very practical advice I would kind of want to leave the audience.
Thank you. Is create less with more. Create more with less, and they're trying to do it on the edge. They're trying to put that inside your devices. So I think all these ethical standards which are emerging. So in India also we had NASSCOM and the government of India come up with the responsible AI framework, on which multiple government departments will roll out AI initiatives, and we also have the emerging ISO 42000, which audits these models. We worked with some of the mature organizations where they are asking our help to audit their existing models, which have been in operation for like 5-6 years. Because if the data is not proper, if the model is not tuned well, there is something called model decay and data drift which happens, which will give some very different kind of output than it was expected. So I think that is where the framework, the governance, the checking of ethics, the checking of biasness and explainability of this AI, generative AI and upcoming other AI tech will be governed by. And ethics and sustainability will be a very, very important part of that. That's what I think.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to be here present today at the ICT East, 23rd ICT East conference of which leveraging emerging technologies achieving social good. And I thank CII for taking the initiative to have all of you from this industry, from the arena of emerging technologies and everything else that is coming along with it in Kolkata. I heartily congratulate the gentlemen who are with me on stage, who have already done some great work in this field. Mr. Prasenji Chakraborty, Chairman CII, Mr. Sajid Hussain, Assistant Vice President and Head of Operations, Cognitive Technologies.
One soup, please. কে শনিবার করে অন্য কিছু